And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Now at the booth that I was at the Essen Spiel Fair in 2015, we were very close to the Board Game Geek booth where people came and voted on the hot games of the fair. One game that went up in the rankings, I believe it was number 5 at one point, was Baby Blues. Now this did not have really crossed my radar when we were doing our Essen previews, but I'm always interested to find gems. I went over and heard people saying, hey, this is a light filler. Well, hey, not every game has to be the next complicated strategy game. Light fillers can be fun, so I checked it out. Each player is going to have babies that they put in front of them. There's different colors for the different players, and each of these babies is going to be ranked from 0 to 4. You can put them in any order you want, so no one knows what the number is other than you. Now players are going to have a hand of cards, and on your turn, you are going to play cards from your hand, from the deck here. You can play one negative card on somebody else, but you can play as many positive cards as you want. Now there are different negative cards that you can play on a baby. There is, the baby has soiled itself. There is, you can take a pacifier from a baby. You can simply make a baby nervous. Now when you do any of these to a baby, the baby immediately becomes unhappy, and you take an unhappy card and put it on that person. You can cancel any of these with the proper, thing. With the poop, you play a diaper, which gets rid of that and gets rid of the nervous. With the pacifier, you get rid of this and get rid of those. With the nervous baby, there are 3 ways. One way is to put this, which will keep the baby happy, although someone else can play one of these cards and cut that, so the mobile is gone. Or you can play a bottle, which takes 2 turns to get rid of the baby, although someone else can play an empty bottle and cancel that. And then you can play food. And food will take 3 turns, basically, to help the baby feel better. And that can be canceled by playing an empty food canister. So here's the empty food canister, and then there's the bottle, the 3 different bottles of food right here. So players are going to be taking turns playing these back and forth. At the end of your turn, any nervous baby you have in front of you still gets turned over into a crying baby. Crying babies are stuck there like that the rest of the game. A horn can be played on a crying baby, and that makes the babies next to the baby nervous. And if there's no one next to him on this side, it would go to the player on next to me. So maybe this player's over here, then his baby would now become nervous. And the way to cure, again, these nervous babies is through bottles, the mobile, or giving them food. This will keep going until one player has all of their babies are crying. At that point, every other player will take their babies that are not crying, they will turn them face up, add the points together, and whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. Well, I like the theme, and it's cute, the artwork, and I can't think of any other positive things to say about this game. I like light filler games, and they're fun and they're interesting, but there has to be something to them. This game is the very epitome of, I'll play a bad card on you, you play the card to counter it, you don't have the card to counter it, ha 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 ha, and we move on. I mean, there's only so many times that saying a baby has a poopy diaper is funny, and as a father, it's not really even funny that much the first time. Oh, I took his pacifier. You take my baby's pacifier, I want to slap your hand. Something wrong with you. I know the theme of this is keep your babies happy and irritate the others. As a parent, that's just kind of an odd theming choice anyhow. But, okay, but really, that's what the game is. It's play good cards on yourself to cancel out the bad cards, play bad cards, cancel them with good cards. Those good cards can be canceled by other bad cards, and just back and forth. And then at the end, it's just random. Oh, I hit your 4-point baby and didn't hit your 0-point baby. Woohoo, I won, you didn't. If you want to play a game of this type, Meal Borns at least does it better. I'm not a fan of that game at all. But that game makes this game, this game makes that game look like chess. I really can't get on board this one at all. And people say, well, it's for families, it's for kids. Yes, but I have so many great kids games that at least make them think a little. This one's more like, play poopy, I don't have diaper change, baby cries. Play poopy, I do have diaper change, baby doesn't cry. Give me some options, folks. And I don't want those options to be, who should I play the bad card on? Bad, bad, bad. I don't know how this game got ranked so highly. I went online and looked it up. And people said things like, oh, a breath of fresh air. That's ironic. A breath of fresh air, something light and fluffy. But there are light and fluffy games that still offer you some real intriguing choices. This is not one of them. Dice Tower Judgment. Well, I can't hit a baby, but it's still bad.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!